Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John and I have a new album review. It is by Myles Kennedy. It is his second solo album and it's called The Ides of March. But before I begin, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I do rock and metal reviews, rankings, and more. So Myles Kennedy, otherwise known as the guy who looks like Kevin Bacon, is a very well-known vocalist. He's worked with many bands. He's most famous for being in the band Alter Bridge. Now, Alter Bridge is very big in the UK and Europe, not really as much in America. Alter Bridge features Myles Kennedy and the remaining members of the band Creed, and they have put out 6 albums together. He has also put out 3 albums with Slash and his band Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators. Now, another interesting fact about Myles Kennedy is that there was a time in the late 2000s when there were rumors of him replacing Robert Plant in a Led Zeppelin reunion, and he did have a jam session with Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and Jason Bonham. But no one really knows if there were any songs recorded from those sessions, but it would be cool if there were, and I thought that was pretty cool. Just a little factoid right there. Now, The Ides of March was released on May 14th, 2021. There are 11 songs with a runtime of 51 minutes and 29 seconds. So let me just get right into it. The first song is called Get Along, and it's about the 1992 Los Angeles riots and how they really relate to today's world. The song is basically like a blues rock song. It's a good song. It sounds very good. It does have some kind of like loud guitars, and the vocals are very melodic. There are some like backing vocals giving it like a bluesy feel. The chorus sounds really good. The production sounds good. You hear all the instruments clearly, and the song does have like a bluesy solo. So it's a pretty good album opener. So the second song is called 1,000 Words, and it's about like an old photograph of someone he once knew. The song is a slower blues ballad, has some pretty cool like slide guitar in the intro. There are some heavy guitars and they do sound almost like grungy at times. There are some pretty cool like lead guitar work. It does give the song almost like a modern like country music feel. The song is very melodic. It does have a short guitar solo and it is pretty cool as a second track. The third song is called In Stride, and this one is like a little different. The song is about like preparing for a zombie apocalypse, and it's one of those like topics that I feel like there have been like a number of songs on that same topic like so far this year. But basically the song sounds like a heavier version of like ZZ Top or Leonard Skinner, just straightforward like southern like blues rock. The guitars are like distorted but have that like dirty distortion level. Has a lot of like slide guitar playing, and the lyrics, like I said, they are a little strange for this type of song. You know, one of the lyrics is I'm going to read the lyric. It says, "You can fortify your house on a hill, for fear the zombies gonna come for the kill." But again, it's a pretty cool song. And the next song is the title track called The Ides of March, and this one is very epic. It's like almost 8 minutes long, and lyrically it's about like a warning about like the negative outlook on the future. Song starts out with a finger-picked acoustic guitar. Myles is singing in a very like quiet tone, but it does pick up, and you hear these opening chords, and it does remind me of like an early like Rush song. But the song does change a lot. It goes into more of like a quiet, jazzy verse section. There are some like time signature changes, giving this song like a prog rock feel. But like I said, the song is very epic. Goes through a lot of like stylistic changes. So if you do like these like longer songs or prog rock, you probably will like this song, and in my opinion it's probably the best song on the album. The next song is called Wake Me Over, and lyrically it's about Myles' struggles with alcohol addiction, and this is probably the most like different sounding song on the album, and it basically sounds like a Foo Fighters song. It just has those like loud guitars, like a post-grunge like chord progression. It just kind of like has this very like 90s feel, but it does keep the album interesting. Just have him change it up a little bit. The song does have this big like arena rock chorus. He does mix a little bit of the blues into it. Like there are some like bluesy slide guitar, But it is really a great song, and it is like a different song than most of the other ones. After that is Love Rain Down, and this one is about a hope for world unity. It's a lot more laid back than the others. It starts with like a finger-picked acoustic guitar. Myles's vocals sound a little bit like David Coverdale on this one, and given that it is a slow bluesy song, it does have this early like Whitesnake vibe to it. The lead guitar playing is very good. It does bring back that like country music feel a little bit. But it's a little bit of a slower song, but it's pretty good. The last song I'll talk about is called Tell It Like It Is, and lyrically it's about speaking your mind, and this is just another blues rock song. And this is more like a Led Zeppelin song. This is kind of like how I felt about it. It has that like slide guitar, has really nice groove to it. I really like the drum sound on it. I like the lead guitar work, and it's really a good song if you do like that like early, like late 60s or early 70s, like blues rock. You probably like this song. Well, there are still 4 more songs in the album. They're mostly like bluesy, bluesy rock songs. So let me just get into like my final thoughts. So in conclusion, I did like this album more than I thought it would. It is mostly a blues rock album. There is like a little bit of like an alternative rock or post-grunge sound, mixed into the blues songs, but the album does have a lot of variety. I didn't feel like any of the songs sounded the same. It has a lot of rockers, it has a lot of ballads. If you like classic rock bands like Led Zeppelin, ZZ Top, or Whitesnake, probably would like this album. I think the songs are all good. I don't really think there was any like filler on the album. Now, this is not like a super great album or album of the year, but it is a very good album. For that reason, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So please let me know what you think in the comments section. Are you a fan of Myles Kennedy or Alter Bridge or any of his other work? So let's just get a conversation going down below. And coming up next, I have a lot of really great anniversary albums coming up. The next one's probably tomorrow. I'll do Megadeth. After that will be Tool. Shortly after that will be one from Rainbow. Then I have Paul McCartney and Billy Joel. So basically I'll be dedicating the entire next week doing anniversary albums. Please check out the in-video links. And these are some of the other recent videos that I've made. And I will see you in the next one.